I was hoping you wouldn't make Daddy use his belt.
Daddy likes the middle.
Well, right before I was gonna start the stream, I ended up seeing something on Twitter which was just absolutely nuts. And originally, of course, this stream was meant to just be Flash centered and, of course, Superman and Lois centered. But we just got some crazy news related to something in the Arrowverse, which I will get to. Honestly, I was not expecting this. But yeah, welcome everyone to the stream. This time I am alone. I have no idea where Arrowverse and Jordan are. I think they're asleep right now. But it's all good. I'll work around it, shall we say. But as I said, originally for this stream, I was, planning on going over multiple things related to The Flash season 8, like a couple of things we got recently, talk about the new episode, talk about the new promo. Of course, talk about the new Superman and Lois episode as well, because I wasn't too consistent with Superman and Lois, but I always had the chance to kind of touch on it during these streams. So I will, of course, talk about Superman and Lois as well. But damn, I just saw something on Twitter, and it will most probably be the first topic we will be getting into, because I am shocked. I wasn't expecting this at all. But of course, before I go into any of that, how is everyone? How are you all doing? Hello, Cal. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I've heard the news, and it's nuts. It's nuts. I wasn't expecting this at all. But yeah, apparently Batwoman got cancelled after season 3. It got cancelled. What? I will, of course, as I said, I'll go more in detail with that in a bit. Um, Arrowverse sleeping, shocker. To be fair, right? We were on a call for a very long time, so he probably ended up sleeping because of how long that call was, I guess. No, yo, what's up, Flash? Do you think Frost is gonna die? I will get into that, of course, during the Flash segment. I do want to, of course, go over this recent news first. Brick Studios, what's up? Hello, Chance. What up, party people? Exactly. I wasn't expecting this at all. As I said, for those who have just joined, originally this was not meant to be like a topic for the stream, and I did have like a quiz plan and everything like that as well, because I thought Jordan and Arrowverse would be here, but clearly they were too lazy to be there. But it's all good. As I said, I'll work around it. But yeah, we'll just get straight into the first topic of the stream, because I'm still confused. I don't know why this happened, but yeah, for you guys would have probably heard me talk about it right now, but Batwoman got cancelled. Like, what? So I'll of course share this article from Variety, because yeah, it's the one I just found, and I don't think there's been like an official exclusive announcement from anyone. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll just read over the article because it's just better articulative than what I would probably come up with. So of course I'll read over the article and then break it down as well. So yeah, Batwoman cancelled after 3 seasons at the CW. Batwoman has been cancelled at the CW after 3 seasons. Series showrunner Caroline Dries shared the news on Twitter, writing, "Just got the sad news that Batwoman will not be seeing a season 4. I am bummed, but full of gratitude. What an honor to make 51 episodes. So many inspiring, brilliant people contributed to this series. Thank you, producers, cast, and crew. Thank you, fans. We love you." Batwoman began airing on the CW in 2019, albeit with different lead actress. Ruby Rose originally starred in the series, but exited after the first season. She later claimed that unsafe working conditions led to her exit, as well as issues with co-star Dougray Scott. Javicia Leslie was then brought in as a new character to take over the mantle of Batwoman. The show also starred Rachel Skarsten, Megan Tandy, Nicole Kang, Cameron Johnson, Victoria Cartagena, Robin Givens, and Nick Cregan. Dries developed Batwoman for TV based on characters from DC. She executive produced along with Greg Berlanti and Sarah Schechter of Berlanti Productions, as well as Jeff Johns. Chad Favish and James Patrick Stuturks, very complex last names. Warner Brothers Television was the studio. With the cancellation, the only remaining DC shows on the CW are The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and Stargirl. The Flash was renewed for a ninth season back in March, while Stargirl is waiting to debut its third season later this year. Legends of Tomorrow's future at the network is still pending. However, Fiveash Stotarix and Batwoman writer Natalie Abrams are currently prepping the pilot Gotham Knights at the network. And of course, Gotham Knights is the new CW spin off which they're working on. Questions on the CW's future in scripted series have been in the air for some time, given that Nexstar is currently in talks to purchase a majority stake in the network. The CW has renewed multiple shows along with The Flash and has 3 pilot in contention, including Gotham Knights. Still, whether or not the pilot and rest of the network's scripted fare will continue on should the purchase go through remains to be seen. What? This is just, it's crazy. I honestly, I wasn't expecting this at all. Like, wh- I wasn't, I honestly thought Batwoman would actually get a season 4. This was just, it was so shocking. Like, like Batwoman season 3, I guess, literally ended to the cliffhanger because we have no idea what's going to happen next. But yeah, Batwoman got cancelled after season 3. Now, yes, I am bummed about this as well because I really like Javicia Leslie's take on the character of course, Ryan Wilder, not Kate Kane, but like but fair enough. Batwoman has been rough during season 1, but then when it got to season 2, it was a bit iffy. Of course, we got Javicia Leslie stepping into the role when it got to season 2, and then like as I said, I had mixed feelings about season 2, but when season 3 of Batwoman came along, honestly, like it's been really good. Batwoman season 3 has been a blast. I've loved the cast. I've loved how they've all interacted with one another, and it's just sad to see it go. Honest, like, wow, like this is this is this is just shocking because this has been the first Arrowverse show to actually like get canceled. Like Arrow ended in its own terms. Arrow wasn't canceled. Stephen Amell wanted to leave, which is why that show ended. Same goes for Supergirl. The reason Supergirl ended was because Melissa Benoist wanted to leave. It ended in its own terms. It didn't get canceled. Same for Black Lightning. I think there was some, behind the scenes drama going around, which did, of course, affect it. But Black Lightning ended in its own terms as well, making Batwoman literally the first Arrowverse show to get canceled, which it is shocking because honestly, I thought this would have gotten a season 4. And even like in behind the scenes filmings when they wrapped up Batwoman season 3, of course, Javicia Leslie did even say to the cast, I'll see you in season 4. So honestly, I thought Batwoman would have had a season 4. But yeah, this is just very shocking. I agree. Batwoman season 3 was really good. Like it's been great, and it's by far the best season of Batwoman. I'll say that for a fact. And I've really enjoyed what I've seen of Batwoman season 3. I didn't entirely finish it yet, but I only have like what 2 or maybe 1 episode left. But I've really enjoyed what I've seen, and if they continued like that with Batwoman, I would have thought that it would have been a really great show because I felt like in season 3 they finally found what they wanted to do with the show, and if they just continued like that, then it would have been all good. But damn, I guess we're not gonna see what season 4 is gonna be like that because yeah, the show got cancelled. And of course, this does bring in the question mark in regards to like what's going to happen with other Arrowverse shows. For example, Legends of Tomorrow, because just like Batwoman, Legends of Tomorrow was actually pending as well. Of course, Legends of Tomorrow wrapped up season 7, but when like the Flash got renewed back in March, nothing has been said in regards to Legends of Tomorrow either. And of course, we did have this whole like it's not really a campaign, but we had multiple Twitter accounts related to Legends of Tomorrow going around saying pretty much hashtag renew Legends and all those sorts of stuff. So from this, it does look like Legends of Tomorrow could be on the same boat. I hope that doesn't happen because Legends is a show that I do enjoy here and then, and yeah, I am worried. I'll say that for a fact. Malik says, "What does this mean for the Arrowverse now?" Oh my God. Well, we of course still have the Flash. We have Superman and Lois. We have Stargirl, which Stargirl will definitely continue. Um, and then we have Gotham Knights, which of course they're filming the pilot for that, and I do have high hopes for the show. But in regards to the Justice U spin-off, the one that they were going to do with Diggle, honestly, I don't know where that's at. They didn't pick it up or anything yet, so I don't really know. I wouldn't be surprised if that gets picked up, but yeah, that is what's gonna that's what the state of the Arrowverse is, just one show gone, I guess. Now, this does get me thinking, will they potentially end up putting Javicia Leslie's Batwoman into the Gotham Knights show eventually? If it is set in the Arrowverse, I'm not sure, but they could find a way to work around that like that as well. Malik also says Legends most likely will get a season 8 as the final season because it has decent ratings and they had boosted. The thing is, right? Like, the again, what's so shocking about this? Like, ratings have still it never mattered for the CW. Like, ratings wasn't a thing for the CW. The CW have renewed like their worst rated shows, so ratings have never been an issue for the CW, and even then, like even like the DCTV shows were still their most popular sources of income, if you will. So this is what makes this news extra shocking, if you will. Like, the CW wouldn't have cared about Batwoman's viewerships or anything like that. Maybe because like the CW is like getting bought, maybe it's something's happening to it financially or something like that. Maybe they had to get rid of some shows and they just took the hit with Batwoman, and then maybe eventually take the hit with Legends of Tomorrow and all those sorts of stuff as well. But like with its like top rated shows like The Flash and Superman and Lois, of course nothing will happen to those because those are its top shows. But yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to happen now. Like, will this affect Legends of Tomorrow, or is it just going to be Batwoman? I'm really interested to see what's going to happen. But honestly, I do think that they would give Legends more of a chance. I do think that Legends will most likely get a season 8 as the final season. Of course, it will be cool to see like Booster Gold and stuff, because I really don't want Legends to get canceled, because I really want to see Booster Gold. I really want to see the characters from Legends again, because like Sarah Lance is pretty much like the only like original fragment left in the Arrowverse other than the Flash, so that is why it holds like a special place. Like, if they get rid of Sarah, then I don't know, like it won't feel like the Arrowverse anymore, if you know. But yeah, we'll see what they'll do with Legends of Tomorrow, I guess. By Batwoman, I'm glad the Flash got renewed. Really glad. Well, I'll just say this: I don't think the Flash is going anywhere anytime soon, unless Grant Gustin wants to leave. But they should have put Batwoman on HBO Max. I swear that was a thing. I swear, like, it was a 50-50 between the CW and HBO Max. Of course, it was mostly CW because it was a CW show. But after the season finishes, I do know that it goes to HBO Max. So I do wish HBO Max did something. And, like, I do wish that Batwoman could have had, like, a better conclusion than what they ended up with. So they could have, like, renewed it for season 4 and given it as the final season. But yeah, clearly that isn't happening. Bye Batwoman. I agree. Bye Batwoman. I want to see Booster Gold too. I really want to see what they will do with Booster Gold, and that ending for Legends of Tomorrow was really, really cool as well. So yeah, I don't want Legends to go anywhere. Bro, HBO Max needs to take all the Arrowverse shows now. Um, I guess. I mean, not really. Like, I don't think they'll ever claim full ownership of it because it's always like a CW show. They're all CW shows, so I don't think they'll ever gain full ownership of it. I think like it's just the new shows that will end up going to HBO Max when the shows finish, and of course, they will end up getting higher budgets as well. But I don't think those shows, the Arrowverse shows such as like The Flash, would go to HBO Max. Of course, it would be preferable, but it doesn't look like that we will be getting that. But yeah, as I said, this could potentially be due to like what's going on with CW at the moment. Maybe their like financials are at stake, and that is why they had to let go of some shows. I'm not entirely sure, but we will probably. I don't know if we'll get more word on this eventually, but this is all we have so far. Please make a Goldface pilot. I wish. I hope they do this because yeah, who doesn't want to see a Goldface spinoff? Yeah, chat, let's get your opinion on this. Are you guys happy to see Batwoman go? Are you guys sad to see Batwoman go? I'm interested to see what you guys think about it. And of course, if for those who watch Batwoman, be sure to tell me like your favorite moments, what you enjoyed most about the show, and what you will miss because of it. I know I don't watch Legends anymore, but I actually hope they renew it. It's actually fun to watch. It is like even when the episodes are like so like quirky, like it's Legends. Like you've already like kind of accepted the fact that it's just not the same Legends of Tomorrow from like seasons 1 to 3 anymore. Like it's always gonna have the element of comedy and just like quirkiness. So I've just accepted Legends the way it is right now, and honestly, I'm really enjoying it. I really love like the time travel humor and all those sorts of stuff they have with it. And it's a very unique show in the CW right now. So I hope they don't do anything with Legends, but who knows? They did this with Batwoman in season 3, 3 seasons in. So yeah, God knows what will happen with Legends of Tomorrow. But hopefully Legends at least has a chance to say goodbye to to the show in general, if it will be the final season. Thank you, Cal, so much for the super sticker. If you have any questions, be sure to write it down and I'll answer it. Chosen One Vader is happy that Batwoman got cancelled. Gamer Winthorpe says it's trash. Zom says we're so happy. Okay, so I'm guessing a lot of people are most happy about this. Kind of not. Yeah, like I'm sad to see it go because, as I said, I really enjoyed Batwoman season 3, and like if they continue, if they maintained what they did with season 3 onto if we had season 4, then if they did what they did with season 3 to season 4, then I thought that Batwoman would have been on a really good direction, but unfortunately, that didn't happen. So yeah, I am in shock, especially with the CW canceling a show. So of course this is gonna go around making news outlets go like, oh now the Flash is gonna get cancelled. Oh no, Superman and Lois is gonna get cancelled. All those sorts of stuff, but no, it is not. Um, didn't expect the news. I agree. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So yeah, that's all I really have to say in regards to all that Batwoman stuff. It isn't really much. I'm just in shock. It's sad to see it go. And yeah, we'll see what happens with Batwoman. 1 second, guys. I will just check on Arrowverse to see if they're still asleep or something. Because yeah, I have no idea what is going on. So yeah, be sure to send in questions while I, text them for a couple of seconds, shall we say? So yeah, I'm back. Can we see Batwoman for a crossover, maybe? Oh, sorry. Can we see Batman? So no, I don't think so. I said, like Batwoman would have probably been like the only chance we would have seen a Batman, but yeah, clearly we're not getting that anymore. Maybe Gotham Knights now, but again, that is a question mark as well. They're probably going to reboot the show. That is also possible. They could, of course, end up doing some sort of reboot, but again, like bringing in Javicia Leslie's take on Batwoman would have already been a reboot on its own, so rebooting it again wouldn't really make too much sense. But yeah, at least Alice got a redemption and she's left. Yep, I agree. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the Batwoman stuff on the stream. Now, moving on to, I believe, what most of you guys have been waiting for, and that is The Flash Season 8, Episode 12. So, of course, I'll give you guys like a brief review on The Flash Season 8, Episode 12, since I've already made like an in detail breakdown about it already. And of course, whenever I talk about, like, shall we say, the new episode of a show, then I would mostly have my co-hosts give their opinions, but clearly they're not here. So yeah, I guess that I'm gonna have to pretty much give you guys a brief review. So what do we have here? Want to see Goldface become Red Death or a Speed Force user? That would be insane. We need Goldface to happen, guys. Make sure we all DM Eric while it's going around. Let's make Goldface a speedster called Goldface or Goldspeed. Time to ride the lightning, indeed. Time to ride the lightning. Somebody said Goldface becoming the Red Death. If someone does that, that would actually be really funny. Hugan Editson's here, so maybe he might be able to do something like that since he is a good editor. So yeah, for those who, of course, don't know about his channel, be sure to check out his channel as well. He does make some really great concepts. So yeah, if you guys are interested, then yeah, be sure to check out his channel. But yeah, as I said, going into The Flash Season 8, Episode 12, titled Death Rises. For those who haven't watched my review, then be sure to check it out. But just giving you guys my brief thoughts on the episode, I really love this episode. I know a lot of people didn't really like this episode. I don't know why, but I really, really enjoyed it. Like, I didn't really have any complaints about the episode other than the Cecile stuff, which, again, like, the only reason it gets annoying is because of that one stupid line they've added in season 8, not season 8, sorry, episode 8, when she goes, "Oh, sorry, Barry, due to ethical reasons, it's not right for me to read someone else's mind." But then in this episode, she's literally read everyone's mind. She did it with Barry, she did it with Chester, she did it with everyone. She literally did it with everyone. So it gets annoying when she says something like, "Oh, because of ethical reasons, I can't read your mind," but then she still ends up doing it, and that just gets annoying. So that's really like the only complaint I had about the episode. Other than that, it was hands down, for me at least, by far the best episode of this graphic novel. And honestly, probably my third favorite episode of this season. That's how much I enjoyed this episode. Like, if you really think about it, we had tons and tons of mystery being built up in this episode. Like, we had mystery going around with why is Deathstorm specifically after Caitlyn. We had mystery in regards to Iris's time sickness storyline, and that is all really, really interesting as well. And we do have like other sorts of mystery going on in the episode as well. So it's a very mysterious episode. It does get you really, really hooked. And yeah, it just left me very engaged all the way throughout. The way the storyline is developing, I do really like how it's paced. Like, we did have that one, not bottle episode because it's not a bottle episode, but we had that one episode which was quite bad, and that was the Frost one. But other than that, like, this storyline, I'm really liking the pacing of it. It clearly shows that they know what they're doing with the storyline. And of course, we do have two more episodes left. We have episodes 13 and 14 with this graphic novel. And as Danielle Nicolette said, it's going to be like a 3-part finale, with episode 12, I think, is like the first part, and then 13 is going to be the second part, and then 14 is going to be the actual finale. But yeah, I am really, really intrigued to see what they're going to do with this Deathstorm stuff. And yeah, it's just really paced, really well paced, and I'm interested to see what's next. In regards to Deathstorm, like he just doesn't mess around. It just really highlights why he's such a menacing and just threatening villain in general. He just does his best to climb up that ladder, being one of the best main villains on the show. And the tone as well. It is so damn dark. It makes every scene just look very, very intense. And that is something I really like about it as well. Yeah, Eric Wallace he clearly wasn't messing around when he said that this graphic novel would feel somewhere around like season 2 and season 3, like that sort of vibe, if you will. So yeah, pretty much Eric Waltz wasn't messing around because this episode was really, really damn dark. And of course, it must also be mentioned that we had some gorgeous visual effects in this episode as well. And we had such huge WTF moments. And one we all pretty much would remember when we just think of this episode is the Flash riding the lightning. It was absolutely nuts. And of course, we had that ending to talk about in regards to Eddie Thawne returning as well and what's pretty much going to happen with that. But yeah, chat, be sure to give me your opinions in the chat, and I'll of course pull up if you guys have any other sorts of questions or anything like that. This episode was 8 out of 10. I did really like this episode as well. I thought it was, as I said, it is my third favorite episode of the season. Daddy Likes the Metal. I gave this episode a 9 out of 10. Yeah, I would say I would give it a 9 out of 10 as well, to be fair. So yeah, we're on the same boat, me out to Dean. Maybe an 8.5. That is fairly respectable as well. We have a 10 out of 10 now. So yeah, we have a 10 out of 10. I love this episode apart from Cecile. So yeah, you're on the same boat as me. Miatadine, you pretty much just agree with me. Episode 13 is the final arc. No, it's not. Episode 14 will be the final arc of the Deathstorm thing. I'm pretty sure, at least. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I'm pretty sure it is episode 14, which will be the finale. Can't wait for next episode. I hope it's as good as this episode. Well, the trailer for next episode does look really, really interesting as well. Once again, it does seem like a dark episode. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'll give it a 14.56 out of 10. Pretty random number, but fair. Fair. I'll respect the opinion. Um Episode 12 was really good, but Cecile was goofy. So, yeah, everyone's pretty much kind of agreeing with me from what I'm seeing over here. But most importantly, L for Arrowverse and Jordan for not showing up. I have no idea where they are, honestly. But yeah, they have decided not to show up, I guess. Well, nah. They're probably both overslept, but it's all good. I think I'm doing pretty good on my own as well. This episode was a 7 out of 10. I give it a 10 out of what I'm guessing you were supposed to say 10 out of 10, but yeah. Everyone L Arrowverse and Jordan L them all in the chat. Okay, so we have an editing expert talking over here, so that's when we know things have really been good. The visuals were stellar this episode. Also, you could have me on if you like. Do you want to join in, Hugin? I'll send you the link if you wish. So yeah, just send in the comment and then yeah, I will respond to it. I'll send you the link on Discord, I guess. Would Discord be yeah, okay, yeah. Whatever. Send in the comment and yeah, if you want to join then I'll pull you up. Link the link. No, that will not be a good idea. Will Frost die or is I will get into that. I will get into that in just a second. Yeps. Okay, Hugin, I shall send you the link so you can join. Mm. I wonder how this Deathstorm arc will end. I'm interested to see how it will end too, because clearly from where we're at right now, it doesn't look like Barry and Team Flash have an idea on how they're going to fully like actually defeat Deathstorm. Of course, they do have that plan with the Mac, which I'll get into eventually. But yeah, we shall await for Hugin's return first. There he is. Hello.
Yo,
How are you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. So yeah, shall we get your opinion on episode 12 then?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the episode was really good. Like the Ride the Lightning, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so surprised when I saw that. And also the visuals were like, yeah, were awesome.
That Ride the Lightning, I was not like I got chills watching that. I was like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, same. Yeah, that was so awesome.
Yeah, but I know like the people like the choice of music, which fair enough, it was pretty good, but eh,
Yeah,
they could
I
have done
mean,
better. But
yeah, they could definitely have done a bit better on the music, but I
I did
mean,
like the Ride the Lightning, so it makes sense.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, overall it was really awesome.
Hmm.
I just love seeing Barry get like new powers and explore his abilities,
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah.
the Flash levels up again. Who would have thought?
Levels up. The level up references, they're everywhere.
Do you like Iris? Do you think she's not really bossy? No, like I used to not like Iris before, but in season 8 she's been really good, and even like in the start of season 6 she's been pretty damn good as well. But then she fell off after, and then for season 7 I completely disliked her because they had no idea what to do with her.
Same.
And then in season 8 she's really really good right now, and I'm really enjoying what they're doing with her character, and
Yeah.
even with the time sickness stuff in general as well. It's very mysterious, and I'm really interested to see what's going on with it.
Yeah. One might say that she leveled up, you know.
Iris also leveled up, yes.
Yeah. Everyone just keeps leveling up.
How Deathstorm is changing is because how many people he's feeding on makes him change forms. I guess they didn't really explain it yet, so I don't really know. But I guess
Yeah.
that is the theory right now. He just kills people, and whoever, well, not kills people, well, feeds on their grief, and whoever they're grieving, he's able to take their physical form, if you will.
Yeah.
So we did also have this storyline with which I thought they tied really well with Caitlyn, and why Deathstorm was going after Caitlyn, and also eventually we found out that he wanted Caitlyn to be his bride. So do you think that they're gonna do something with Caitlyn where maybe she ends up getting powers or something like that?
Um I think actually Caitlyn, I'm not really sure where they're going with it, I guess, but it's pretty interesting because I mean Caitlyn has definitely had like bit of an upgrade in the sort of story of her, I guess.
Definitely, because in these 2 episodes, like this is the most they've done with Caitlyn in like 3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I do like what they did with it. I'm not going to complain about it. I think what they're doing is good.
Yeah.
But like pretty much, like I do have this theory. So when we head to, of course, the ending of the episode, Barry does reveal that he does recognize the portal Deathstorm went through, and he mentions that it is similar to what they saw with Chester's black hole in season 6. And Barry does also piece together how Deathstorm came to be as well, and they pretty much suggest to use the Mac containment cell to capture Deathstorm, but it needs to be made portable, which is what results to Frost volunteering. And this does pretty much hint to something possibly happening to Frost. And of course, episode 14 is the finale as well, and it's titled Funeral for a Friend. So this is very likely, but it is possible for Frost to die. And maybe what they're doing in regards to Caitlyn is that Deathstorm is gonna end up, well, he's obviously gonna try and make Caitlyn her bride, and whether it ends up working or well, his bride, and whether it ends up working or not, I don't know about that. Maybe she does end up being like a female Deathstorm, like for one episode, and then Team Flash are able to redeem her after. But then I think she's gonna end up getting powers, and then Frost is just gonna die. and I think they're just gonna keep Caitlyn, but she's gonna have powers. That's what I think they're gonna do.
Yeah, they could do that actually. I think it's definitely for Frost. It's probably like it's hinting towards it being her for the funeral, and
Yeah,
so yeah, I guess we'll have to see how it plays out with the containment unit and stuff. It's pretty interesting.
yeah. I think Arrowverse did mention this to me earlier on, like when we were on private, but he did say like the Mac containment was with Ramsey Rosso, so what's gonna happen with that? Like I think the writers forgot about that completely.
Yeah, yeah, that's really true. I haven't. I didn't even think about Ramsey. It's been a while.
I got a name for Caitlyn, Death Queen. Um, we'll see what they'll do with
Creative. Yeah.
Caitlyn's nickname, but maybe she could end up being like a female Deathstorm for half the episode or something like that, and then Team Flash are able to save her. Is your theory that Caitlyn gets Deathstorm like powers? Kind of like that, yes. Not well, yes, I would say so because that's pretty much the point of Deathstorm's powers. So I think Caitlyn's would work quite similar as well, and it would be pretty cool to see as well. So yeah, but of course it's just a theory; it might not even happen, but it is very possible because I do genuinely think that they are actually setting up Frost's death, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out, and I'm really interested in the portals that Deathstorm
Yeah,
creates. It's sort of, I guess, another mystery because we
yeah.
see Chester like having the black holes, and it's gonna be interesting to see how it connects, I guess.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they will actually do anything with that as well.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's actually a good point. I didn't think of that. But also, we did have another very, very interesting storyline in this episode, and that was whatever was going on with Iris, where they try and come in contact with Dion, but for some reason, which they do explain later on, Dion doesn't appear. And then when Dion does appear, he does mention that Iris's time sickness actually contaminated Dion's still force, so it does end up making him weaker, which does prevent him from being able to like be in his full power and be in his max power to help Iris. And then also like he does give her some sort of like still force tracker to see where Iris would have gone if she phases out of time again, which clearly we saw that happen. She did end up phasing in and out of time again. So yeah, the fact that she's even able to hurt like the embodiment of the still force, like this is something damn serious and it's something Dion doesn't even understand. So I am really, really interested to see whatever's going on with Iris because it's got some really good mystery. And honestly, I thought I wouldn't have liked this time sickness storyline, but it is probably my favorite part of the season right now. I'll say that for sure.
yeah, for sure. I said that probably since it has something to do with the Steel Force, it's gonna be really interesting because the episode I look forward to the most, I guess, is the one called
Into the still
Into
force.
the Steel Force.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be really interesting
Yeah.
to see. It's probably gonna be like Into the Speed Force, like
But
episode,
still
I
force. Yeah.
suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most probably. Cal
and
says I'm really enjoying this time sickness storyline as well. Yeah, I
yeah,
think we're all in
same.
the same boat with that.
Yeah,
And of course, in the ending, we did have Eddie popping up. So yeah, Iris will be going crazy. But of course, that is not Eddie. We all know that it's Deathstorm
yeah.
feeding on these little bits of grief left with other characters. So yeah, it's just that. And we do know that we're going to see it again because Red Cosnet was supposed to appear for 3 episodes. This is, of course, 1 out of 3. We're going to see him in the next episode as well, and most probably in the finale as well.
Yeah, it's
So
gonna
yeah.
be interesting to see what to do with Eddie as well. But I, I don't really know why, but I was laughing so hard when he appeared at the end of the episode. It was just so funny for some reason.
It
Just
was
sort of,
creepy because like
yeah,
he
yeah,
even like gave like a serial killer vibe. Like the way he was just standing, like it's so great to see you.
yeah, just eyes wide open.
Yeah. So yeah, it was magic. It was interesting. Oh, by the way, have you watched Superman and Lois? Because if you didn't, then I won't put it as a topic for the
uh,
stream.
I watched it.
You watched it? Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I watched it.
Okay. So is that pretty much it for the Flash episode 12 then?
Yeah, I suppose.
All right, so we shall move on to the trailer for wait, do you normally watch trailers for upcoming episodes or not?
Yeah, I watched the
Okay.
trailers.
All right, so we'll
Okay.
do because
Yeah.
I don't really have time to do trailer breakdowns anymore, so I do end up doing them on streams now. So
Yeah,
here
that's
it
fine.
is. So of course the chat would know this, but due to copyright issues, I do not want to end up playing the whole thing. So I'll break it down into like 6 seconds, and then we'll talk about it like that. So
Eddie?
No, because he died, just like you're gonna die too. We need to find Deathstorm.
okay, so there's quite some stuff to break down over here. Firstly, of course, we're kicking off right where we left off with Iris seeing what she thinks is Eddie, but of course we do have Deathstorm, or yeah, Deathstorm explaining that this is not actually Eddie. Eddie has died many years ago, and this is him pretty much feeding on that little bit of grief left in Team Flash, and we do of course see that with other characters later on in this episode as well. I'll ask you this: are you excited to see? Well, it's not really Eddie, but are you excited to see Rick Cosnet back at least for the episode?
Yes, I'm pretty excited to see him back. It's been a while since he was on the show.
And then, oh, this is pretty dark. We have him where he shot himself and he's laying down. He's basically collapsing onto the ground again,
Oh,
making
yeah, I
Iris
didn't notice that at first.
pretty much relive what she lived a couple of seasons ago. So yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
be it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a really well acted scene as well. But yeah, we'll see what they
yeah,
do.
We need to find.
Of course, we do have Allegra going around, and she does look a bit scared. I'm guessing that we're gonna have like Esperanza pop up again or something like that, because she does seem to be afraid. She does seem to be looking around. So, although no one cares, we're probably gonna see like Esperanza show up again or something like that.
yeah.
Deathstorm. That's no idea. This is another
Why
manipulation.
would you say this about me? I'm your mom.
So yeah, in the next couple of shots, we have Barry saying, "Oh, we need to find Deathstorm," because of course he is after. Well, not only is he after Caitlin, but they want to see if their Mac containment works. I guess if they have finished it. I have no idea who he's talking to over here. It does seem to be Caitlin from like the bright brown hair.
Yeah, or could it be maybe?
Cecile.
Yeah, Cecile.
It's either one of them, but if this is Caitlin, and we did forget to talk about something in regards to the episode, but Caitlin does kind of have some abilities already where like she's slow, like she doesn't get hurt, like she doesn't get burnt or anything like that, and like like they did mention that when Deathstorm like took all that grief from the people in the theme park and like, pretty much like put it on her, like she slowly ages and she doesn't get hurt anymore, something like that. So
Yeah,
we're probably gonna see the fallout of that during this episode as well.
yeah. Also, I have to say, season 8, like as a whole, has definitely had like a big improvement from season 7.
Level it leveled up.
It
Season 8
leveled
leveled
up.
up. The writing leveled up. Everything
Yeah,
in season 8 leveled
the
up.
level of references can't stop.
Yeah. The whole season is the whole theme of the season is literally leveling up, I guess.
Yeah, it's at least one level of reference per episode, I've noticed.
But yeah, we do have Ronnie Raymond returning again, and this is Deathstorm, I'm guessing, to manipulate Caitlin.
That's no idea.
And again, like we did have him saying, "Oh, you're gonna be my bride." So this is probably Deathstorm going like, "Oh, you're finally ready," or maybe it's a trap that they're gonna pull on Caitlyn, where, well, Barry tells Caitlyn to stand there for death to lure Deathstorm, and then they
Oh,
go
yeah.
for an attack or something like that.
Yeah, it could definitely be like a trap, as you can see her sort of looking away, I guess.
Yeah,
Probably gonna be Frost or something.
Or yeah, or what they could do as well is that this could be what Frost is doing, and then maybe this is how she could end up dying.
Oh yeah, that's also a possibility, I guess.
Yeah, but
I mean, we'll
what
have
I
to wait and
think,
see,
like,
but yeah,
yeah,
it's gonna be interesting.
like the way I think that they'll get Frost to die is like she'll absorb like the things from the Mac containment or anything like that because she's a cryokinetic after all, and then like we'll have that fight. Because wait, do you see set photos or not?
Yeah, I see some of it.
Okay, so do you remember that one shot we had of like a black-haired Frost facing off some like
I'm not really
onesie
sure.
quantum splicer villain? Because we had this set photo with pretty much Frost with black hair, right? But it
Oh
was
yeah,
Frost.
yeah.
Yeah, she had the costume. So like that's probably gonna be a leveled up Frost, and she's gonna have like leveled up powers because of the Mac containment, and then
Yeah,
she'll end up dying like that, I guess.
I think she might sort of die from stopping this storm, maybe.
Yeah.
Like she absorbs the energy or something and sort of dies
That
when
is
stopping him,
possible
I
as well.
guess. Yeah.
So less action, so much talking. That's not true though, because this episode was quite action packed. Like even
Very
like if it
action-packed,
wasn't,
yeah.
yeah, like even if you don't say that it was action packed, like it was still really intense. So like it it's not really just like the talking. It doesn't like get you bored or anything like that. It's more so intriguing. Whereas like if it was like, let's say that Caitlyn episode, not the Caitlyn episode, the Frost episode we had, like that would have been a dead episode to have way too much talking because that episode definitely needed action. But yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
and of course,
Why would you say this about me? I'm your mom. There's something coming. My beautiful boy. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
so yeah, it does look like we're gonna get one hell of an acted scene with Grant Gustin once again. Of course, we do have Michelle Harrison returning as Nora Allen from the looks of it. This does look like some sort of manipulation with Deathstorm, where Deathstorm now is feeding onto Barry's grief because we do obviously know that Barry has been grieving over the death of his mother from season 1 and of course earlier as well.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, this is probably Deathstorm acting as
Yeah, this
Nora
most
Allen now.
likely. Yeah, this is probably Deathstorm
Yeah.
manipulation.
And this whole like vibe of this episode, it gives me the Last Temptation of Barry Allen vibes, where they're just like all hallucinations and all those sorts of stuff. So
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Same.
it's gonna be sick. Of course,
And
yeah,
those Temptation of Barry Allen episodes, those were pretty great in my opinion.
yeah.
So it's gonna
And
be
we have
interesting.
Barry going crazy.
There's nothing you can do to stop it.
And soon.
So yeah, it's gonna be very, very intense by the looks of it. And this is of course the penultimate episode of this graphic novel. So yeah, things like it's already reached this climax, I guess, but it's gonna get more and more intense in this episode. And of course we'll probably get like a to be continued, and then we'll go into episode 14 by the looks of it.
Yeah, for sure. The episodes just keep leveling up.
Yeah. Piano Reeves says goat. Okay. Flash season 8 episode 15 was so sick. Oh, so I guess you're from the future and you time traveled here. Interesting.
Maybe use the Still Force.
Yeah.
That could be it.
People need to understand not the whole episode has to be action packed. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking
yeah, go on.
action as in like visuals and effects and stuff, then it's gonna be too expensive to fit
Yeah.
in the episode. So they have to sort of level it out. That's how it works.
Yeah, like it does look like that we had some budget saving episodes, like episode 8 and I think it was 9. Which one was the Frost episode? Was 9, right? No, it wasn't. No. 8, 9, 10 seemed to be like budget saving episodes because we didn't really get much action in those episodes. Whereas this one, like you can clearly see that they went all out and it looked insane. So clearly they were saving the budget for like a couple of episodes, and that's probably why we're getting interludes for 15, 16, and 17 as well to again save the budget, because they're gonna do something insane for the finale. So yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah.
Miata Dean says Eric Wallace said this season would connect to season 6. Yeah, he did. But he said, of course, not to not in regards to blood work. Like he said, rewatch season 6 for all the other reasons. So like we did, of course, get that Mac containment cell reference, which was from season 6. So that's probably what they're gonna go for. Maybe because they did mention this like scan when Nash scanned Iris. He did mention something like an Eternium rock in Iris, so maybe that's causing her time sickness or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah.
But again, like
Yeah, that's possible.
in regards to everything else, then I don't really see what else they could do in regards to tying up with season 6. But I do really like how they all connected it.
Yeah, I mean, the Eternium thing, that was sort of a dead end, I guess. We didn't really get anything for it, so
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, I agree with that. But this episode does look pretty interesting as well, and I am interested to see where things will leave off with this episode. If it's as insane as the episode we just got, then we're in for a ride for the finale. But
Yeah, for sure.
we'll see. They could end up be like maybe saving the budget for. Oh, speaking of, we just got some promo images for the for this episode as well. We'll go over them as well. But yeah, maybe they could be once again saving the budget for the finale. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, I think maybe episode 15 is gonna be the most sort of visually good episode with the Steel Force. Or is that 14? I'm not sure.
with 15, I just think they'll just put like green filters and just make everything.
Oh yeah,
seem normal.
that's true. I mean, it sort of depends. We may be like way off, because if the synopsis for it is, I guess, sort of accurate, then it's not gonna be crazy, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, hopefully we'll see some cool shots.
Yeah. So yeah, we literally just got some new promo images right now for the episode. We have 5 promo images to go over. So this is just one normal shot of Iris. And this is her obviously encountering Eddie. She's most probably like wondering what's going on. Why is Eddie here? And of course, Eddie will reveal that it's not actually him. It's just Deathstorm messing with her.
Yeah, wait, I'll be right back.
All right. And then in the next shot, we do have Sue Dearborn, and it seems like she woke up from her sleep, because in the ending scene of the previous episode, she was asleep. And yeah, it looks like her conversation with Eddie woke her up, I guess. So yeah, Sue's like wandering around going like, oh, who the hell is this guy? And then Iris would obviously end up explaining, oh, this is Eddie, this, that, and that happened. So yeah, this is just Sue's point of view of the situation, if you will. With oh damn, we then have Joe coming along. Joe with like some weapon. I don't know if this is this could actually be the freezer gun Caitlin used in season 4 episode 1 when she tried to like freeze. It's Snart's gun basically. It's Snart's cold gun, I think. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Be sure to correct me if
sort of looked like Snart's gun. So I'm wondering.
Chat, is this Snart's gun, or is it just like a normal meta-human gun? Because I don't.
Yeah.
I
actually don't know
while,
either.
So I don't know. Well,
we might be way off. Yeah.
Snart's cold gun. Oh, it is. It is. Yeah, it is.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Wait, it is. Oh, wait, where is it? I will pop it up. It is definitely the same gun. Yep, it's Snart's cold gun.
Yeah. That's so. That's probably gonna. Is that gonna like play out as a manipulation tactic of Deathstorm, or is like
Well,
Snort gonna appear? Or...
well, it's cryokinetic, right? Because it's freezing weapons,
Yeah,
which we do know that it does affect Deathstorm. So that's probably why they're using it. But the fact that we have like Joe like barging in and just aiming it at Eddie Thawne, if you will, like it's gonna be really cool as well. It's gonna be really interesting to see Joe's reaction to Eddie literally being in front of him as well. So yeah, I'm
yeah,
really
for sure.
interested to see what's going on with that as well.
Yeah. Also, I'll be back in a bit.
All right, yeah, no problem. And then we have the fallout of what just happened, if you will. Like Iris just ends up seeing Deathstorm in front of her, and then yeah, it looks like Joe saves the day with the cold gun. It looks like he de-escalated the situation, and then Sue's wandering around, going like, "Oh, what is this? Who is this person?" And then Iris will probably explain, and Joe will, of course, be comforting Iris. Of course, Joe doesn't really know how much more severe Iris's time sickness became, so it will be interesting to see if that touch does anything to Joe. Hopefully, it doesn't, but of course, it is a possibility. And moving on to what looks to be the final shot, we have this shot of Barry in the time vault. And as I said, this is most probably going to be when he starts to see Michelle Harrison's Nora Allen for the first time. And of course, once again, it's going to be Deathstorm doing it. It's not actually going to be Nora Allen herself. So yeah, it looks like Deathstorm's going all out in this episode. It looks like he's pretty much just gonna be going around feeding on people's grief. He did mention it in last episode, to be fair. He did say that, okay, I'm gonna feed on like even this like little inch of grief that you might be feeling. So he would go around, he would do it for um Iris, which he just did from the ending, and then it looks like he's doing it to Barry as well. He's already started with Caitlin, and he's already started with Allegra as well, and he's obviously started with Chester as well. So it looks like Barry and Iris are next. Yeah, that's just the title of the stream, which I'm gonna have to end up changing because of that massive news we ended up getting in regards to the state of Batwoman. But yeah, moving on to our next topic right now, we do have a new synopsis to go over. This, of course, is for episode 15, which is titled Enter the Still Force. And this is, of course, as you guys can see, directed by Eric Wallace. So the showrunner for The Flash actually directed this episode, which it's his first. So I'm interested to see what he does with it.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh yeah, okay, sweet. And of course, this is the episode, as you said, you're most looking forward to as well. So yeah, it'll be interesting to get your thoughts on this as well. But yeah, breaking down, or well, I'll read over the synopsis first, and then we'll do the breakdown in a bit. But it does say executive producer Eric Wallace directs. The Flash gets an assist from XS. Meanwhile, CCPD enlists Chester for help when a mysterious device is found at the crime scene. So it is a short synopsis, and the reason why it's probably short is because it's an episode that does contain tons of spoilers. So that is most probably why they kept it short. So yeah, it is interesting. But like I've said this before, when the full season trailer came out, if you will, it will be interesting to see how Nora plays into this.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how they're gonna sort of implement Nora and Bart into it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Because like when we had that like trailer from last week, like we had a couple of shots of Nora in the day, like it had no green filter on it, so they weren't in the still force. So it's clear that Barry and Nora do meet very early on in the episode for some reason. I don't think it's related to Iris or anything like that. Of course, I could be wrong, but it does look like they do meet very early on in the episode. Obviously, Bart will not be in this episode because while this was happening, Jordan Fisher was actually doing Broadway. So it will be interesting to see the excuse Nora gives. Like, will she just go like, "Oh, well, Bart is just taking care of the future if anything goes wrong"? But again, that would just be stupid because Nora would just run back from the moment she just left. So clearly, like, nothing would have really happened. So it will be interesting to see what they do with Bart. But I'm interested to see Jessica Parker Kennedy return. Of course, it's always a pleasure to have Nora back, and it's great to have Bart back as well. But it's sad that he won't be here for this episode. But we'll be having 2 speedsters this episode, which I guess is a good thing.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see some more speedsters.
So yeah,
I guess
I'll
always
ask
fun
you
to see
first.
more speeds.
I'll ask you first since this is the episode you said you're most looking forward to. Do you have any theories going on with this episode in regards to what could happen?
I'm not really sure. I think it's probably going to have something to do with the time sickness for sure, and probably the negative still force has been mentioned a bunch, so it's probably going to have something to do with the still force and its negative counterpart, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that was interesting that you brought it up. It could actually have something to do with the negative still force.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see.
Yeah, because
what it's
they did
because
it
we
in-
have the other forces as well, like the strength
Yeah.
force and the sage force.
And of course,
So-
they didn't really mention anything in regards to negative still force after Armageddon. So it will be interesting if they actually end up retouching on that in this episode as well. So yeah, that is pretty interesting. Now, my theory for this episode is that I agree with you. I do think that it's related to Iris's time sickness as well. But what I think is going to happen is like this is when Iris's time sickness just like it gets awful. So we do know that Candace Patton took a 4-episode break, so she's not going to be there for 4 episodes. And of course, this is going to be the first one that she's not going to be in because this was the like around the time they were filming this episode, Candace Patton was not on set. She was literally in LA. So she wasn't even close to Vancouver. So clearly she won't be in this episode. So what I think is going on is for episode 15, 16, 17, some of 18, she's not going to be in the episode at all. And then, of course, she'll end up coming later on. But what I think is going to happen is I do agree with you. As I said, I think it is related to Iris's time sickness. And what I think is going to happen is that Iris actually like completely ends up going missing. Like her time sickness is just out of control. Dion cannot track her because of how weak the still force has become. So we have Barry, Dion, and Nora going around the still force trying to like find Iris, if you will. And they try and like find all these like temporal activities going around in the still force, and they're trying to find Iris like that, but they're not able to. And of course, from set, we did have that Zoom and Godspeed destroying Central City newspaper. So yeah, I don't think Zoom and Godspeed will be in this episode, but it will be a nice reference. And of course, the still force is somewhere beyond space and time, so it does make sense that like literally like anything in different time periods would be there in the still force as well.
Yeah, I'm super interested in sort of if the still force has like a negative counterpart, does that mean the strength force and sage force also has
Yeah.
a negative side of them?
Yeah, I think they all do, but
Yeah.
but you might actually be right. Like maybe what's happening to Iris's time sickness, maybe it's got to do with the negative still force or something. Maybe it's just Iris's time sickness has contaminated the still force so much where something's happening to Dion, and then we have Barry and Nora actually going into the still force and trying to help whatever's going on in the still force. That could also be something possible as well.
Yeah, for sure. I think probably the still force sort of mentioned like when Thawne was messing with the timeline and stuff, that it was someone who was using the negative counterpart. And I guess the sort of particles and Iris's time sickness sort of go together in a way, so they might it probably has something to do with the negative counterpart. At least
Yeah.
that's my theory. Yeah.
It would be interesting to see what they actually end up doing. Like if they do actually like touch upon the negative still force and they actually like do something related to that in this episode, that would be something really, really cool. And it would be something I would really like about the episode as well. Because I think a lot of people are wondering, okay, you've mentioned the negative still force, so well, where is it? So if we do actually get it, then that would be really cool. Maybe it is the villain for this episode. Who knows?
Yeah. And also, it's gonna be interesting to see how, I guess, if Barry's going into the Still Force, how that's going to work. Because, I mean, we have seen him get like a Still Force boost before.
Oh, he
So,
did.
yeah,
Yes.
so does he needs to get like another boost from Dion, or is he gonna sort of tap into the Still Force? I mean, we don't really know, but
I don't think he'll
yeah.
necessarily like tap into the still force. I think he might end up getting some sort of like gateway into entering it, but in regards to like a boost itself, I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility for it.
Carlos in the chat says something probably happened to Bart because of Iris's time sickness. I don't think so,
Ooh,
because if something happened to
actually,
Bart, something would happen to Nora as well.
yeah, that's true. And guess they sort of played on the future being at stake last season with Godspeed.
Oh,
So
actually,
maybe,
that could
yeah,
be a possibility as well, because in this episode, Iris did mention that she cannot see her future, right?
yeah,
So maybe there's this
exactly.
intense element going around where maybe Bart and Nora are getting erased from existence, and then they try to find Iris and see what's up. I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
And then again, Dion also mentioned that he couldn't see her future. So
Oh yeah,
like
that's
the
true as well.
still force itself couldn't see her
Yeah.
future. So it's definitely gonna play into it.
But then again, like what I found so stupid about that is that okay, fine, you can't see Iris's future, but if you see Barry's future, you'll clearly see Iris as well. So
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah.
but Chosen Vader owner says, I think Reverse Flash has something to do with Iris's time sickness. That's I don't think so because well, A, he's locked up, and B, Iris's time sickness started in season 7, and when that was happening, he was literally like a Speed Force spirit, a ghost from season 6, of course. So I don't think he had anything to do with it.
Yeah, but then again, it's Thawne.
Yeah, that's true. It is fun, so
Yeah.
it's unpredictable.
He
And
can do anything as long as they want him to.
exactly. And of course, it must be mentioned that Thawne will be there in episode 16. So
Oh,
it is
yeah.
possible. Wait, did you know that?
Yeah, I sort of knew that, I think. Yeah.
So yeah, for those who didn't know, Ea Barton will be in episode 16. So yeah, look forward to him. He will most probably break out of prison or something along those lines. And yeah, I'm interested to see what they'll do in that episode as well.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be a pretty interesting one for sure with the speedsters.
Yeah, I think Deathstorm. No, because Iris's time sickness started in season 7. No, it started in season 7, episode 15. So that like Deathstorm clearly has nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
is so true, man. That is so like earlier on when season 7 started, I was just like, oh, no one cares about this. Why is Iris getting it? And literally, it ended up being my favorite storyline of this season. So yeah, look what happened. Look what happened.
Definitely. I mean, it was sort of the same for me as well. I mean, it's probably my favorite storyline for this season right now.
Yeah, it's just mainly like due to how mysterious it is, because like
Yeah,
Eric
because we
Wallace
don't
said,
know anything about it. Yeah.
yeah, we don't know anything about it, and Eric Wallace did say it's a season-long thing, so we're not getting like any answers until like maybe episode 17, episode 19, or something along those lines. So Of course, like
Yeah.
we'll get clues as we go, and of course we'll get a couple of reveals as we go. But in regards to like a definitive answer and how they're going to actually prevent Iris at times like this, it's going to take a while, and that's what I like about it because it's just going to continuously build on that mystery and just get me more intrigued. So I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with it.
Yeah, they've definitely done a good job at keeping us like intrigued this
Yeah.
season compared to last season.
We don't talk about last season.
We don't talk about season 7.
Yeah. But in regards to this part of the synopsis, I guess both of us don't care about it at all because the most interesting part is literally here. But meanwhile, CCPD enlists Chester for help when a mysterious device is found at the crime scene. No idea what's going on over here. And, well, to be honest, I don't care.
Yeah.
We'll see what it is when the episode comes along.
Yeah, actually, what they did good last episode, the new episode on the Flash, is they had Deathstorm like actually killing people, and not
Yeah.
just it was some actual stake on the
Yeah.
show sort of. So because I
Like-
know Godspeed didn't really do
Yeah.
any damage compared to what it's
And,
already
like-
done. And yeah, I'm not gonna drop another level up reference. So
Yeah, but what adds to the stakes also is like this is a villain like the Flash can't even defeat. Like Barry can't literally touch him. Like even when he throws lightning, it does nothing to Deathstorm. So that does, of course, raise the stakes quite a bit as well. And of course, it is really dark, so that does, of course, play a factor. But like what I like is that we're actually seeing the villain going around and actually like literally killing people and burning them to the crisp is causing panic around the city, and it just takes me to those like the Zoom vibes, and it's something I really really appreciate about it.
yeah, same. Zoom also, since he's a speedster and Barry can't really sort of like do anything about him. It's the same with Deathstorm. He sort of just teleports around and Barry can't really catch him. So
Yeah,
it's definitely a villain with some, like he can fight against Barry and he'll have some struggle.
but why was Iris in the field in the set photos in the finale? Well, firstly, the finale is episode 20, so she will definitely be there by then. And well, secondly, she's just Iris, I guess, so that's probably why she'll be there. But well, in I don't know if I should mention this because it's a finale set photo, so I'm not going to. But yeah, Iris is in the finale set photos in the field, I guess. But she's no superhero or anything like that. She's in casual attire, just pretty much like that. But I'm not really gonna give too many details because I don't want to spoil it. But pretty much, she is saved from a fall. I'll say that she's saved from a fall. Reverse Flash probably created the negative still force. Maybe. I don't know. They didn't really say anything about the negative still force apart from that one name drop, so I don't know, honestly. Oh. No, I was trying to prank Ben in the stream, which he did fall for it, so that's a W, I guess. So but no, Zoom is not back at all. No, that's just a complete lie. I made the puff just to see Ben's reaction on his stream. That's pretty much it. But yeah, I guess that is pretty much it for the Flash section of the stream. You've watched Superman and Lois, right?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay. So I'll get your thoughts on the episode first before I get into mine.
So, I mean, the episode was really great, and it was awesome to see like in the beginning when he got through the portal and you can see like bodies in the air and you know
Yeah.
the Earth being like square.
Where,
And
like in the comics, yeah.
yeah, that was super cool, and
Mhm.
it was overall just a really good episode. I mean, when it comes to Superman and Lois, I feel like the episodes just keep getting better. And
Yeah. Like for me, this episode, well, I need to make sure I'm not lagging, right?
no,
Okay, perfect. For me, this was definitely the best episode of the season. Like, I did really like how literally like the Bizarro world was literally everything was just reversed to the normal world. I did, as I said, I did really like the cubed Earth. I did really like the red sun. I loved all of that. It was great to see like Clark's point of view on this Bizarro world as well. And we did end up getting some cool flashbacks with different characters. We did, of course, get Bizarro Superman and how he slowly transitioned into, well, Bizarro Superman. Um, we got some flashbacks with Lois as well, which I found pretty cool. Of course, we did get Jonathan Superboy, which I really, really enjoyed. Like I didn't like I didn't like him because he was, of course, a villain, but it was really sick to see Jonathan as Superboy. So that was something I really
Oh yeah,
appreciated
for
about the
sure.
episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that was definitely a highlight. It's really nice to see like how everything is reversed and like the
yeah,
different like aspects to the Bizarro world. It was really cool.
yeah. It was really
Definitely
cool to
the
see
best
like
episode.
everyone's
Yeah.
point of views on the situations as well. I did really like how we got to see Lana Lang as a Superwoman, which is something tied to the comics as well. I did really like seeing Taro there as well. So all of that was just great. Once again, like the visuals in Superman and Lois, absolutely gorgeous. The fight scenes absolutely gorgeous. The CGI just freaking insane. So like I have no complaints about this episode. And yeah, that's all I could really say about it. The chemistry once again with Betsy Tulloch and I was gonna say Henry Cavill, bloody hell, Tyler Hackman. It was, it's just great. Like that one argument scene they had, like in the middle of the episode, it was so well acted. Um,
Yeah.
it was just great. Like whenever these two actors share the screen, it's always just great. And
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I love the chemistry between them. But then also I feel like with Superman and Lois, they just sort of get everything on point, I guess, when it comes
yeah,
to interactions and yeah.
yeah. Like they know what they're doing with this show. Like
Yeah,
that's
for
what I
sure.
loved
Yeah.
so much about it. And what else happened? Of course, like things got much more intense saying that Ali was able to grab hold of both of the pendants and she was of course able to merge with herself. We had a Superboy going to the main universe trying to of course merge with Jonathan, so we did get a pretty interesting cliffhanger like that. Of course we'd have Clark making it as well. So yeah, I'm really interested to see where the next couple of episodes take us. Like, is Jonathan actually going to end up merging? I don't think he will. I think Jordan will end up saving Jonathan like last minute maybe. But yeah, things just went to a whole new level with Superman and Lois. Things just got much more intense, and I'm really looking forward to the next couple of episodes.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see Jordan square off against Superboy.
Yeah, Superboy
Also,
versus Superboy. That's gonna be
yeah.
so cool.
That's gonna be probably the highlight of the episode. But you never know with Superman and Lois. They they have some really cool stuff always.
Yeah, and in regards to the villain Ali, like, do you think that she is actually like the main villain at this point, or do you think we'll end up getting some sort of twist and get something else?
I mean, you never know, but it's definitely hinting towards her being
Yeah,
the main villain. And yeah, I mean, it's probably gonna be a sick villain either way.
yeah.
As yeah,
I think she could possibly end up being a parasite, which would be really cool to see, and of course she'll be really damn powerful.
oh yeah, for sure.
But what I'm expecting to see, I think this is a stretch, but of course we'll get Superboy versus Superboy. And what I really want to see is in this season with season 2 they did kind of establish Taro and Superman like this Thor Loki kind of like um brotherhood if you will. So I hope they do something with that. So
Yeah,
I do want to see Tauro like get redeemed and help Clark with this battle against Ali, if you will.
Yeah, definitely. I think Tal-Rho and Superman on screen, that's like really good dynamic and stuff. So I really hope they sort of redeem Tal,
Yeah,
because I really like him as like a
I
character.
do.
So
He's my favorite character on the show, so I do really hope that
oh yeah,
they do
I mean
something
he
with.
sort of redeemed himself in the Bizarro world
Yeah,
at the
he
end of
did.
the
Yeah,
episode. Yeah,
because he saved. Oh yeah, because he saved Clark. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that would be really cool. Then, yeah, I would really love to see that. But Cal gives this episode a 10 out of 10. I agree. It was probably a 10 out of 10 for me as well. It was just absolutely insane.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a 10 out of
Um,
10 episode for me.
yeah. Canada Graph says, I'm sure you already talked about it since you're 90 minutes in, but still shocked. I woke up to Batwoman be like, what? Like, I saw like Canada Graphs, like watch like the first couple of minutes, like watch like the first, I don't even know, 20 minutes of the stream. You'll see how shocked I was. Like I was just about to start the stream, and then I just flicked to Twitter to see if Arrowverse and Jordan woke up, which clearly you can see they're still asleep. But like I go and check Twitter, and then I end up seeing Pagey tweet, Batwoman got cancelled after season 3. I'm like, nah, this guy's trolling, no way. And then discussing film posts about it, and I see these different like tweets from Caroline Dreys and all of that, saying actually like, oh, they're so saddened about Batwoman getting cancelled. I'm like, wait, what? And then, like you can see, like I was literally speechless. Like this is literally the first Arrowverse show that actually got cancelled as well. So like this does open up the questions going on. Oh, what's gonna happen with Legends of Tomorrow now? Hopefully nothing does. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I was absolutely shocked. And yeah, saying that you're here, Hugan, let's get your thoughts on the Batwoman stuff, and then we'll go back to Superman and Lois.
The Batman stuff. Yeah, I actually haven't watched Batwoman, all of it, so I can't really sort of give my opinion on it. But I mean, yeah, I'm not really sure.
Are you shocked that they like this is like literally the first Arrowverse show that got cancelled?
Yeah, yeah, it's a bit shocking.
Yeah. But this is, of course, as I said before, like this is gonna end up going like being taken out of context. People are gonna tweet, "Oh, now it's time for the Flash to get canceled." Oh, Superman Lois to get canceled now. You know
Oh
those
yeah,
types of people in Twitter that will do that. So,
indeed.
awaiting for the entertainment, shall we say?
Yeah, definitely.
I knew something weird was going on when I woke up to 4 DM, sent about 20 messages on another off day. And like Canada Grass, what makes the situation so much worse is there was this Instagram story Javicia Leslie posted when they like fully wrapped up season 3, and we had Javicia Leslie like thanking the crew for everything, and then she says, I'll see you in season 4. So yeah,
Yeah,
we pretty much got left on a cliffhanger right now. So
yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god.
It's an L. It's an L. But I'm gonna miss the show. As I said in the intro, season 3 has just been amazing. If they maintained that quality for season 4, it would have been just absolutely amazing. I would have really enjoyed Batwoman, but sadly, we're not gonna see it. But yeah, wait, what else is there to talk about in regards to Superman and Lois episode? I know we said we'd flick back to Superman and Lois, but I think we
Yeah, got a little sidetracked.
hmm. I guess like do you think that we will end up possibly getting the merger between these two worlds of the Bizarro world and the main world as like, I don't know, like a cliffhanger or something eventually?
I mean, possibly. I think Superman and Lois always has the cliffhangers at the
They
end of
do.
the
They
episodes.
do
Yeah.
indeed, yeah. And like the mergers like do you think like Bizarro Jonathan attempting to merge with our Jonathan, do you think that this is what actually awakens our Jonathan's powers as well? Or do you think that he will just be one of like he'll like definitely for sure be the brother that doesn't have the abilities?
I mean, I feel like it's probably a possibility that he gets his powers from sort of merging with Superboy. I feel like that's a good theory,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But I'm not really sure. I guess Jordan's power sort of is evolving as he goes, and we saw in the Bizarro world that Superboy got his powers like instantly, right away.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And it was pretty cool seeing that like transition to him being a superhero as well. Like how he first ends up saving that guy from the falling building, and then he ends up going around saving people slowly and slowly. I really like that. He was, yeah. Jonathan was acting like Superboy Prime. I definitely see that.
Yeah,
But of course, like kind of like an emo version of Superboy Prime as well. I'm gonna answer your question because I think you're the same guy that spammed with the other account. But uh, guys, do you think that Joe is going to use use the stone that Dark gave to him to save Iris from her time sickness? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It should definitely like play around in some way because of course Damien Dark did give it to Joe for a purpose, so maybe they'll do something around it. But
yeah.
honestly, I don't know.
I mean, it's interesting that they sort of brought it back, I guess,
Yeah.
since we haven't seen it in quite a bit.
Canada Graph says the Superman and Lois episode was currently one of my top 3 favorite episodes in the show. I agree. It was definitely one of my favorites of the
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with that.
whole show. But it's definitely my favorite episode of this season, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And like in regards to like the transition to Bizarro, I did really like how they were able to like make that work. Like we had them as like this normal like celebrity Superman, if you will, and then he slowly starts going crazy. I'm guessing because he keeps overdosing on XK. Like he slowly starts going crazy, and then Lois, of course, breaks up the family, if you will. Jonathan betrays the family, and then Jordan, of course, leaves as well, and that just all isolates Clark. He just goes insane and ends up literally looking like a zombie. So yeah, it was cool to see that transition. It was also cool to see Anderson's redemption as well. Like in the first
Yeah,
couple of
yeah.
episodes of season 2, I'm like, damn, this guy's a piece of shit. But now I actually like him. He, he's
Yeah,
like fully
same.
redeemed himself in like this one episode. He's of course feeling guilty in regards to like everything that's happened. He now believes Superman. He's on his side. So I do really like that aspect of things as well.
Yeah, same.
And I don't know, he's not dead, right? He's still trapped in the Bizarro world, as far as I remember.
Ooh,
I can't
yeah.
remember.
I actually can't remember
I,
either. So
I think
let's.
he's trapped in the Bizarro world, but yeah,
No,
I think
wait.
he'll.
Didn't he? Didn't he die like at the end of the episode? Or
Oh
I
wait,
actually
because
don't remember.
he got he no, but
Yeah,
he got
Superboy.
beaten. He got
Yeah,
beaten the crap out of, right?
yeah. I think so. He
And
sort
then
of.
someone took the pendant, and then didn't he say, "Oh, see, like go back to our home" or something? No, no, that was before.
Also bad at
And then
remembering stuff.
chat, help us out. Did we see
Help,
Anderson die or
please.
not? Because yeah, you're right. We did see Superboy beat the crap out of him, and like he passed out. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I
I'm
mean,
pretty yeah. Okay, he might actually be dead, or he's just
yeah,
knocked
it
out. I
sort of
don't know.
looked like a killing hit, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So I would have assumed that Clark probably went back in Anderson, but if not, then I do really like how he dealt with his grief before. He's done anything. Okay, so yeah, he's dead, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see who the new leader of the DoD is. Is it gonna be
Ooh, yeah.
I don't even know. Will Samuel Lane take back in charge, or will they bring in I forgot John Henry? I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, we'll see what they do. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he died. Okay, we got 2. So yeah. Okay, Anderson's dead. That's all we know. All
Nice.
right.
Yeah.
Um they're using our catchphrase. Yes, Anderson has leveled up as well. I agree. And like that massive battle we had between like Superman Anderson versus Tauro Lana Lang Superboy, that was insane to see as well. Like as I said earlier on, like the visuals and everything in that fight scene, it was absolutely gorgeous, and I just loved it.
Yeah, amazing. Ooh, what else?
But yeah, everyone in the chat, did you guys enjoy the episode? Did you not like the episode? And yeah, be sure to send in final few questions before I wrap up the stream as well.
That's a 4-week break we had with Superman and Lois.
Yeah,
That
it is.
killed me. Oh,
Are we
such
getting
a
another? I
yeah.
don't know if we're getting another break because if we are, then damn.
That was
But it paid
terrible.
off.
I
It
was
paid
so
off.
intrigued. Yeah.
Yeah, it paid off. We got a 4-week break and it paid off. If we get another break, I'll be so pissed off. But I
Oh,
don't
I'm gonna go
think.
cry.
Yeah, I don't think we should. But hopefully we
Yeah.
don't. But yeah, we'll see. Ooh, we got a super chat from Cal, which I cannot see on stream. Okay, there we go. See you later, guys. Okay, bye, Cal. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the stream in
See ya.
like a few minutes, anyways. What placement would you put Deathstorm? Okay, so I'm gonna give you my full villain rankings right now, right? And this is for the Flash. This is not for like the entire Arrowverse, because then we'd be here forever. But I'd go Reverse Flash as the best villain of literally like the entire Arrowverse and like the show, of course. Zoom, Despero, Deathstorm, Bloodwork, DeVoe, Savitar, Mirror Monarch, Godspeed, Cicada, Cicada 2, and then the Speed Force being the worst. That is my ranking for where I would
Yeah,
put Deathstorm.
I sort of agree with that. I think probably DeVoe could have been way better, but they handled him pretty poorly. Or I guess
It depends, because when when he was played by Neil Sandilands, then he was absolutely insane. He was amazing.
Oh yeah, for sure. When they started like switching bodies and changing
But like
mind, like,
that's
yeah.
when like kind of fell off. No, I mentioned Eva. I definitely mentioned Eva. I put her underneath Savitar. But yeah, like I think Deathstorm does have potential to slowly like overtake Despero. He didn't yet, but he might. It depends on what he will do in these 2 episodes. Of course, we're gonna end up seeing a major death. So if Deathstorm is responsible for that, then he might have to level up being better than Despero. But so far, I do like Despero more than Deathstorm.
Level up, yeah.
Yeah, that was
I think
that
we've
was
probably
it as
dropped
well.
more level up references than the entire show at this point.
It's yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's fine. It's their fault.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the stream now. So thank you for everyone who's tuned into the stream, and thank you Hugan Edits for joining me. For anyone interested in checking out Hugan Edits' channel, be sure to do so. He does have some really sick stuff out there, so be sure to check it out. You might end up obsessing over his concept trailers. So yeah, be sure to do that. And
Thanks
of
for
course,
having
thank
me.
you. You're welcome, man. And yeah, thank you for, as I said, thank you for everyone who joined the stream as well. Quite
Yeah, for
shocking in
sure.
the intro, but we managed to overcome it, I guess. But yeah, guys, I will see you all in my next video.